Hello, everyone. I'm exercising, but I have something else to say. I'm giving out my thoughts. I just want to say thank you for watching me, and I give love to all of you. I also want to say, no matter as you go through those battles, as you try to conquer your way, I don't care what anybody does to try to stop you. You mow it down and you keep going with your head up and know that you are protected. Stop fearing what you don't see. That's only illusions. Sometimes we won't take our path because we're afraid. We're afraid to move on, but that's just something they put in you when the day you was born, and you would be surprised. You didn't come here with a fear in your mind when you came through and when you was born through your parent. You came in a world that was so mystery. You didn't know you had to go through so many so-called demons and different goods and bads and just awful things to bite that's around you. They're ready to bite. But as you got to learn that, that's when the fear seemed to cease in you. And as you got older, you felt like, especially some of you chosen Earth Angel Star Speeds like I did, you didn't feel like you was part of your family because they acted so different towards you. You was always last in everything. Last at the cookouts. Last to know anything. And then sometimes they don't even bite you. And sometimes you wonder why people always seem to abandon you when you really needed them. That's because they had an agenda. It wasn't you. It's the light in you. Some of you are chosen in Earth Angel Star Seeds. And Earth Angel, the light in you made them see themselves, and they don't like to see themselves. So they treat you poorly and cruelly and cruel because that's the only way they can face their own self, the demonic part of them. See, some of your families were always raised in the cult. They lived behind of fame and fortune, and they would do anything to be rich. They even sold their soul when you was just a little, and they was using you for an energy supply because they knew who you were since the day you were born. They get your cards read, they take you to witches. As I got older, I didn't want to see all that. But I'm going to use me for example. They would tell me what I see and what I hear was wrong. They says, you don't know what you're talking about. You know why? And my mother said, I'll never forget her words. She always told me, if you go out in public and you tell people and be yourself who you really are, they're going to lock you away, put you in some loony bin. I was told that at a real young age. So you have to be secretive and never tell a soul, even though you know something. Because sometimes knowing something can get you crucified. It's just the way the world is. See, I was raised like that. Be silent. Don't be known. Stay in the dark. Don't go out there because, yeah, it's cruel out there, but you don't need to blend in with nobody. And all it was is because you was an earth angel and they knew it, and they wanted to use your energy to manifest off of. They knew who you was the day you were born. See, don't get it twisted. That's why they have all these so-called people that read the future, demonic demons, witches allegedly in the world. They take you to even and read your chart, and when they see that you're a star, or they see that you have a purpose and you are an earth angel, they use you for their wealth and they steal yours. And how they do it allegedly, they put stuff in your food, they use magic, they do rituals, And then when you grow up and see this, when you start to open up in your third eye and everything starts to come unbinded, that they put me in the cage that I couldn't see. Now I know why I was treated the way I was. They didn't want you to reach out to no one because they didn't want you to be aware that you were being used for a power supply. See, I was done like that. That's why people always say my name now, because I'm different. And I'm not ashamed to be different. Remember this. Just because you know shit, you hear things, it doesn't make you less than. It makes you blessed. Because whatever you go to, you know not to do it. You get told from the divine, they are guarding you. I have angels and legions that follow me. So they always shield me. But they had to let me know. I got hurt along the way because they want me to prepare for what was ahead of me. They told me years ago that people were going to start lying on me if I asked for help dealing with this. That's why they wanted to put that medicine, give that to you when you're a child or when you're in a certain age. They want to put you on medicine because you know stuff. And when you find out what they did to you, you have to learn to just go on with your life, that you were around and raised by some satanic stuff and they were witches and they work in the dark. You never wanted to believe that the one that carried you would hurt another. You never wanted to believe that they get together and do rituals. And when you sit back and rise up from that and face the truth that you were played and learn to understand, and Most High put you there and you were the karma they thought they never gonna face. As long as they put stuff in your cup. Yeah, they put that stuff. I remember the place I went to. They tried to sell you by a certain age, or sell your soul. Yeah, they done that too. The craziest thing, they offered to somebody I know, tried to offer me. And then they turned and found out that they couldn't do it. But they didn't care about this person that they sent to them to tell them, yes, she can be your sacrifice when you couldn't do it. You couldn't sacrifice me, but you told somebody else to do it. Because you played off people's minds. Sometimes they use magic mind control people, and this person, they would use mind control like hypnosis and all that stuff to hypnotize you so you walk right into a trap. So young people, just know you're not alone. And I don't care who calls you crazy because you spoke up or put you somewhere, but what makes you real wise is because you stood up without fear and you said, I don't care about you calling me crazy, but what you done was just wrong. You could have asked. And far as stealing from inheritance, all you had to do was ask, because it wasn't about money. I never was about money. So I never understood why people would make a big deal, because I was raised different to love. I wasn't raised to hate you. But when I found out who you really are, the evil in you could not take that chance because you were afraid you was going to go to the lost city. Once I wake up, that I would cast you to the lost city. Because I'm an earth angel, and I'm the earth angel of karma, and I'm the earth angel of go out the room. So that's what you was afraid of all this time. You're afraid of paying the karma of what you done to many. Thank y'all. Just letting you know, stand up.